Hi all, welcome back to DD at Tarawa. This is my part 5. About to start, and yeah, nothing really to talk about. I think everything's alright. It wasn't that long ago I recorded part 4 today actually, so I did pop a question out there regarding the hex D5, isn't it? D5? Yeah, just see if we might get some. I'm going to treat it as purple though, unless I do hear differently. But I think that was what should have been. Right. Anyway, let's move on. So we're on the event phase this time, and we are going to draw a card. This time for it. So let's just do that, and hopefully it's something good. Yeah. Right. So what we got? Right. We're on turn 2, so it's between 2 and 10. Marines hitch a ride. Move one unit up to 2 water hexes. Wow, okay. Well, that's good. Don't think I've seen that one before. Marines hitch a ride. Move one unit up to 2 water hexes. Okay, just want to check rulebook, just in case it lets us know anything differently. Seems pretty straightforward. Move one unit in a water hex of your choice, 2 hexes. Just 1 hex if the first hex entered is a beach hex. Ah, right, okay, so if you were landing it, then... Yeah, well, we'll take that. I mean, okay, a hero would have been nicer, but it's not a bad event, is it? So, well, it might be more beneficial moving this guy, actually. Because he can reach here. And that means only yellow's going to be firing at him, whereas he's sitting in a position right now where, I want to say, red, green, yellow and brown are firing. And the fact yellow's going to be firing, but yellow's also disrupted. Whereas if we move this guy to, we're not really benefiting. So, yeah, I'm going to take that. Now, hang on, this isn't really classed as a water hex, but it did say... Move one unit in a water hex of your choice, 2 hexes. Just 1 hex if the first hex entered is a beach hex. I think that feels okay about moving. The second hex is going to be a beach hex. Yeah, well, to be honest, if I was sitting there, it's saying I would only be able to move to there. So I would be able to move to the beach hex. So yeah, I'm having that. Well, in actual fact, I'm moving 1 water hex and then I'm moving from another water hex. There we go. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Okay, that was good. Right, so moving on. Now, this next phase won't be so good, for sure. But it might be, we might keep some of the luck we've been getting. Because, yeah, this turn has went okay up to now, hasn't it? It feels certainly better than the first turn. Okay, Japanese fire card. Well, we just go for this and see if we can... rather than look at rules, you should know how this works. Work from right to left. And, yeah, we are going to get artillery kicking in now, though, aren't we? Does it start on turn 2? I think it does. We're not going to get a layered action yet, though. That starts on turn... Right. Yeah, so we're going to get artillery. The layered action start on turn 3, did it? Turn 3, yeah. So, well, not quite sure when I turn that over, but... It's not going to matter until we draw the card anyway, Grant, is it? Right, so... That's one where it tells you in the rulebook that. Hang on. Okay, I just wanted the actual word on when that happened. On page 22, it talks about the Japanese lettered actions. It says at the beginning of turns 3, 5, 7 and 9, flip over 1 action sheet on the Japanese action track. Yeah, so at the beginning of the turn, I'll flip that over. It's not going to do anything, I don't think, until the Japanese fire phase anyway. Right, let's just draw a fire card and see what we get. And we are going to be checking for artillery this time, so hopefully there's none of that. But here we go. And there's not, because it would be down here. Right. Unfortunately though, the last time we had two of them with doubles. You see they're all single this time, so it doesn't matter if they've got depth or not. They don't need to have depth to fire with this one. So we're looking blue, green and brown. I'll come across a bit, because I noticed this is actually quite over the side of the table. This I probably could have had it a bit closer to the left, but anyway. So blue, green and brown. So we're going to look at blue then. We're looking for blue. Right, blue is firing there. So, and it's a circle. That's alright. Bring the card up so we can see. So it's a circle. So blue does not fire in there. That's one of the odd ones where it's just firing adjacent. Does it go in there? No. So that's a good one for us. I think it maybe fires in here right enough, yeah. Because that's part of the position. So, I was saying that. Where's the yellow coming from? We must be in the yellow hex. Oh no, well, one of them's there and then one of them's there, but they don't occupy that yellow. So blue's not even firing there either. Actually that would have mattered, because although that one's disrupted, these are part of a position group, so this one still fires. They would have to both be disrupted for nothing to happen there. So no blue there. Yeah, let's just carry on. I think we should carry on. We can shoot the colours first. Maybe I'll get. So there's no blue in there, none in there. I suppose I'm just looking at my units and checking. I mean, should I check green as well as we're going, or come back? No, I want to deal with blue first. I think that's a better way of doing it. Right. Well, we're saying this is no, that's not that one. What are you talking about, Grant? So that is blue. And, well, that's intense blue. Well, to be honest, it was intense brown in there. Oh, that's intense brown. Oh. So not so good here. So that is going to be hit. Because we've got intense blue. That is hit and takes a step loss. As hit and also is disrupted, because it's an unrevealed position. So that's that one, and that was from this position here, but this is the brown that we're going to get for this guy. What's his symbol? He is actually, there's two of them here. Ouch. So he's a circle. I think they're both going to get hit, aren't they? No, hold on, Grant, hold on, that's not true. That's going to only fire once. So it can't fire into here. But the priority is the intense fire, and that's where he's firing intense blue into there. And because that's why you need to do the card, that's why we need to decide what colours. Well, here's the thing. What happens first here? Does the colour take priority, or does the right to left take priority? Because if the right to left takes priority, this is brown, and intense brown would hit this. I don't think it's going to matter, because if intense brown hits that, then steady blue is going to hit that is going to hit this. And the other way about is, if we're dealing with the colour first, that's going to do what we were thinking here. That's going to be the intense blue, and then the brown. Oh, that's intense brown anyway, into there as well. Well, actually, that won't matter. That will matter, I think, because if it's intense brown that we're going to resolve on this hex, well, I'm going to have to check this because it might look at the symbol first. If it doesn't though, it would then maybe target the most steps. Okay, I think a few things just to check on and just on how the procedure works here. So I'm actually going to hold off on this. I mean, the guy is getting hit and disrupted, but let's just put this back just now and make sure we're getting this. I'll keep this. Make sure we're getting this in the right order. Because I think I said, although it says in the flip book that you work them, does it say what I mean, I shouldn't really be taking the flip book for this as the exact way it works, but it says order, position on card, leftmost first, then for that colour, position from west to east. It's a bit of a muddle up of the words there, really. I'm not. But surely this must be written in the rule book, so give me a second. Right, okay, so interestingly, this doesn't. The ordering and how you carry out the fire here, and maybe when I go back to look at the situation, it's maybe not going to be any different. It looked to me like this could be slightly different depending on how I do it. It doesn't really say the ordering until you reach the Japanese lettered actions, and then it shows you the procedure here, and then see it talks about it here, but I mean this is the bit that's relevant here. This is only mention I can find of west to east, for instance. So it says once lettered actions come into effect, the sequence in which you check Japanese positions for fire and actions may have an impact on play. Therefore, check all positions matching the first leftmost position colour. So you would check all positions matching the first leftmost position colour on the card first. Then all positions matching the second colour, then the third. And then within a position colour, you check all position hexes in order from west to east. And that, I know it's going to have more of an effect because certain units might move about and the lettered actions do a lot of different things. But it does kind of say that it's not until that kicks in. I mean, like I say, this flip book is telling me that that's how we should do it. The order should be the position on the card, the leftmost first, and then for that colour from west to east. That's how it sets it off. But if we just look back to the Japanese fire phase, it doesn't really give you an order in which to do it until here. So I'd like to start doing it like that. That was what my intention was, and I was even right in thinking that you're better doing the one colour all the way from right to left, then go back to the second colour, right to left, then go back to the third colour. But let's see if this does matter, because the other thing is it's the same as Omaha, in which you've got to make sure that the hits that the US units take is the best. That you've got to make the best of it. You can't sort of say, oh well, but that one fired at that one and that one's not able to fire at that one because that one's already been hit and whatever. So it might not actually make any difference here, but let's have another look. Right, so let's see if it does make a difference. So let me do blue first, right? So I'm coming right along, and we're coming right along to this, and this is the first occurrence of blue that we get, and here, right? Now, I know for sure, well, oh, Grant, are you getting yourself all in a place you shouldn't be here? Because that's going to only fire once, right? Now, right off the bat there, I was going to say, like, we're going to fire at this first because it's got intense. This is steady, so it's going to fire at that one first. I mean, yeah, pretty sure that's right, isn't it? So, position groups, resolving fire. Yeah, for each Japanese firing position firing, check each hex in its field of fire. So yeah, so we're not really looking at these for now. We're looking at this. This is a position that is firing. So we're going to say, right, what is it going to hit? Hit limit, so it can, at the moment, this can only hit one US unit. So, and then it says, if the number of US units eligible to be hit exceeds the limit of the one that it can fire, then we look at priorities. And the priorities are the units and hexes with intense fire dots, right? So, okay, that's, yeah, I don't know why I was starting to think that. So this guy would get hit and disrupted, right? In that situation. So then he would not be able to fire in there if he had a depth marker. Yes, indeed he would. He would be able to hit one of the units in here. And there is a circle in there which would match and it would hit. However, he's not. So this guy would be hit, and then we move on. Assuming we're going by looking at everything in that colour first from right to left, right? Then we would carry on looking on for more blue, which I'll get to in a minute. And then we come along and let's just forget about green. Let's say we've done green. Then we come along and do brown. So we come along here and do brown. This guy can fire at 2, right? Yeah, it is gonna work out, I think. So he can fire at just 1 US unit. Sorry, did I say 2 there? It can fire once, right? Now, it's got a choice of this hex or this hex. These are both intense, right? Thing is, this guy, at the moment, this guy's already been hit. So he would then hit something in this hex. And again, the priorities are intense. Well, yeah, the intense fire's going in there. Right, hang on. If you need to select from among units within one of these priorities, so basically this is intense in here, then you select the US unit with the most steps, then the unit closer. So going by that way, he would then he would hit this guy with the 2 steps. And he would be disrupted. And this guy would be fine. Well, actually, they're already disrupted anyway. Because they disrupted in close combat, didn't they? So that's what would happen there. So, well, I suppose that's the way you want to do it, Grant. But the thing is, if you done it in a different way, if Brown fired first, right? But would that work that way? I don't know. I'm not sure, because Brown would want to hit this because it's got the most steps. Then Blue would fire. Blue wouldn't be able to hit that because it's already been hit this turn. Blue would then fire into that, but however, it'd be steady fire and he would actually hit the circle and eliminate that unit rather than touch the other one. That's, I think, what would happen if we'd done it that way. And that's why it looks like there's a difference depending on what colour I do first. Right. Let me know what your thoughts are on that, or let me know if I should just be starting off doing it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off by doing it the leftmost colour, and I'm going to go from right to left, right through the map. Then I'm going to go the next colour, right to left through the map. Then I'm going to go that colour. Because when the lettered actions kick in, and bear in mind, one of these lettered actions is kicking in next turn anyway. So, you know. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're still going along now. We're not resolving any other colour apart from blue. We're ignoring the letters just now. We get to this guy. He's firing. He's going to he's going to prefer intense before steady fire. So he hits this guy. He's taking a hit. I'm going to knock him that way. And he is disrupted because that unit is unrevealed. Okay? So I'm going to put that back for now. We're going to come back to that. That's fine. So is there any more blue? And I suppose there's no real point. I'm basically, because there's not that many US units, I'm as well seeing, is he sitting in blue? Well, this is the one that should be purple, right? Because it's not blue, so we are going to treat that as purple. Nobody's come back and said anything regarding that, but we're going to treat that as purple. That is in blue, however, the position that's firing into it is here. And remember, the wee dot should be at the side that the fire's coming from. Why that wee blue dot is that side, I don't know. You think it'd be at that side, but I don't know. Anyway, it's coming. That's the only place it can come from. Right, and then is this in blue? No, red and brown. Right, and then that's that's all the US units to check from blue. So now I'm coming back here, and I'm going to check for green. So I can't remember what, I think everything here was okay, wasn't it? Yellow, yellow, yellow and brown, although the brown's from there. So we don't need to worry about these even for the brown, and that is yellow. So in actual fact, none of these are getting affected at all. This is that brown or purple? I think that's purple position, isn't it? That's purple, I think. Yeah, it's green and purple. Well, it's green, Grant. Hang on, stop. It's green. That's what we're looking for. So yeah, this position is going to fire at him. However, it's not intense, it's steady, and it's a circle. This is a diamond, not a circle. So he's fine, he's safe. And then, so now we move back along here. Well, actually, that's the green situation, not the brown. So that's not in green. And then these three, nope. Nope. This is in brown though, however, he's a diamond. This is in brown. Oh, he's a triangle. So we're getting away with them as well, I think. What about out in the water, Grant? You forgot about out in the water. Yeah, and I've got a couple of circles in the water, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I think that green's going to hit us, isn't it? Here. So that green there, hang on, if I was to show you. This green here fires out in the water, and you can see the green sort of lines coming out there, and then the green line comes away out there. You don't really need to see them. You just need to look in these boxes that the areas that these units are in. You can see he's in an area that green, brown, and yellow are firing into this area. Right, so he's a circle. He's a circle as well, and the green would be firing in there. This green does not have any intense X's to fire into. So he is going to fire on one of these two, and this is it's the most steps first, isn't it? So he is going to hit this unit here in the water. So he's flipped and taken a hit. He's not disrupted though, because it would need to be on land to take the disruption, isn't it? Yeah. On land, the unit is also disrupted, so it's not on land, it's in the water, right? And then this guy, well, he can only fire once, so... Is there a brown position? Or have we got the brown position? That's yellow, where's it? Yeah, that's a brown position, isn't it? I think that's the one, oh, hold on, it might be here. That's brown there, Grant. So he might be getting hit as well. Right, well, look, Grant, you've not got to brown yet. That was green, right? That's fired. And I think we searched everything else for green, didn't we? And here it's only blue that's firing into that for him. He has a diamond anyway. We looked in here, and yeah, there's no green, right? Right, so there is going to be some issues with brown though. So let's come back along here. Now I said everything was alright here. I'm just wondering, this brown position, where's the brown line? See, it looks like it comes... I think that brown fire in the water here comes from here. There's a line there, and it goes right across to the pier. Well, no, that doesn't ring true, Grant. That can't be, because there's no brown. There's no brown in this. So you're trying to get out of one here. I mean, these are all where the brown is. There, it's there. There's the line there, the brown line. So you're saying to me that fires from there right along to there, all in that area there. Yeah, I think that's what they're saying. It is a coastal position. Remember, these are they're coastal positions with big guns and whatever, or whatever. Well, I don't think this area is. It's not a big area. I think. Remember, these are wading ashore. You know, so it's not like this is major water. You know, it's if these units are wading ashore, they're able to walk. You know, so it's like heavy machine gun fire. It does make me wonder, because I mean that's a brown coastal position there as well. I don't know, but I mean that if this is on the coast as well, so it's as if there's two brown positions, maybe. Because, you know, if what I'm saying there is that if the brown was meant to be coming from this hex, then we've got it occupied, you know. They're not, but then this one is. So let me just have a look. Yeah, I'm going to kind of take it from that this brown area here and this one that we've got here, they both obviously must fire into here, and that's why it's quite a big area, because it comes down there. And then so all that area is covered by. So I need to have both the positions, I think, to avoid this fire. So brown is firing into here. So we're considering that from this position here, which hasn't fired yet. Yeah. So he's going to take a hit as well. I need a replacement for him. F22. So he's down to 2 steps. He won't be disrupted though, and that's another unit away. Okay. So coming up. Try to squeeze the other side of the table now. Right, so we're doing brown now to finish. And that green would have hit armour. We've still not got any armour units on the map anyway yet, so I don't know, I've got a couple of turns yet, turn 4 I think. Oh, that's what we forgot to do. Yeah, we should have put these out, shouldn't we? Right, let's just stop for a moment and do that. So now this has been errated, isn't it? Hall. Yeah, USHQ unit Hall arrives at beach R3, not R2. So he's R3, so he's over this side and he's in the middle. Right, yeah, and then I should have placed these, so no, there's not much I can do about it now. Well, I mean, I would have been trying to land this one in beside these guys, so I suppose I would put them there. Then try and link up with these two. Well, this guy's coming in that way as well. And then this guy, well, same thing really. Would it be that one? No, maybe that one actually. Well, that one's going into intense yellow, that one's going into intense brown, isn't it? There's not an in-between there. Don't suppose it really matters, does it? I'll go for there then. I mean, you could get a drift, but I don't know. Do these drift or are they all optional? If you drift, right? I'll put him there then. I'm there. I should have done that when we finished landing. Right, carrying on with brown. We've dealt with that guy in the water. The other guy in the water is a diamond, anyways, so we can forget about that. This brown's fired. This brown, however, see, is that? Oh, that must be inland, is it? That's an inland position, right? Okay. So he's now going to fire. This guy can't be hit again, so he's going to fire in here with intense fire, like I say, and he's going to pick most steps. So he's going to hit this guy. Now that would be disrupted. You know what? I'm not going to bother flipping them round because one of them's disrupted and not taking a hit this turn, and the other one has, but it's not going to matter. We're just coming to the end of the fire phase anyway. So it does mean both of the guys survived, whereas the other way, the circle would have got hit if I'd done it that other way, I think. But it makes sense. I'd rather do it in this procedure because that's how it does say in the rulebook to do it once alerted actions start. So why it maybe doesn't just sort of guide you with that right from the start, well, who knows. Okay, and then moving along, so we've still got brown fire along here. Brown is not firing into there. It is firing into here, and it is firing into here. I think we said we're getting away with it though, because that's a diamond, and it's just steady fire, and that is a triangle, and steady fire. So no, that brown's not going to hit us along there. So all good. And then finally, what I'm saying finally, you meant to do the artillery first, then remove disruption, or yeah. Well, I've not got artillery anyway, but we would now check for artillery. It'd be the numbers down here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I started going on about Kurt's videos. He had a dice set aside to track his how many artillery positions there were. But is this not the one that's got, or was that Omaha? Is it just artillery positions here? No, because there's L's and there's H's, is there not? They're not H's. That's an M. Yeah, there's L's, M and H's. But I suppose in total, if you're totaling them all, because some of them just say all, don't they? Have we got an example up there? No, typical. There's no cards with artillery on it. Well, you know what? I'll find it once we get an artillery hit. I'll go through that. But maybe a dice to the side. I want to say it's maybe 12. There's maybe 12 positions starting off. And that's an L. That's an L. That one was an M. That's an L. Well, then are they not all covered with units from the start? I'll deal with it when it happens. We'll work it out. It's more than likely at first, if you get an artillery early on anyway, you're going to get it's going to succeed. There might be some of them that say you need 2 heavy positions, and maybe you might have taken a heavy position, and then they've only got 1 left or something like that. Okay, but there's no artillery, so then we can undisrupt now. That hang on, Grant. That tank was in green. There's no circles there, because just right off the top of my head there, I'm thinking that a tank will fire and he gets to extend his field of fire by 1. So that tank is firing into here, but he can extend it into there and there for that matter. But we know that these aren't the right symbol with steady fire. But we've got lucky here as well. But let's just check that one. Tank. Does it have that in my chart somewhere? Yeah, I was right with that, I think. As it doesn't really gain in the Japanese fire phase, maybe doesn't go over this so much, but this is section 13, page 26, Japanese tank units. So Japanese forces include 3 tank units. During play, when a tank's position is selected to perform an action, tank performs actions specific to tanks. It talks about extended field of fire here. Position occupied by a Japanese tank unit projects a steady field of fire into all hexes 1 hex beyond the position's printed field of fire. That is, all hexes outside of it, but adjacent to a hex in the position's printed field of fire. So like I'm saying there, it would stretch to each of the 3 hexes where I've got units. A Japanese tank unit performs an action when its position colour appears on the Japanese fire card. As with other units, a tank unit with a depth marker conducts an action on a single or a double colour symbol, while a tank unit without a depth marker conducts an action only on a single colour symbol. Tank units may also perform an action as a result of an event. Tells you they're initially disrupted. And then there it says their default tank action fire that a tank activated by position colour without a currently available lettered action or with I action performs a fire or advance actions. It fires if any units are in the tank unit's field of fire. So it is going to fire here. because it does have units in its field of fire. And if it didn't, because of the extended part, if it didn't have, it would advance. So advance if no US units are in the tank's field of fire. Move the tank unit and depth marker, if any, to an unoccupied or Japanese occupied position hex, no more than 4 hexes away and closer to the nearest US unit. 2 or more eligible positions are equidistant from US unit. Move to an unoccupied position, then the position closest to the tank unit's current position. I remember getting a bit muddled up with some of this stuff. I was away looking for a question that I thought I'd asked ages ago, and I'd actually personally asked Martin. I'd messaged him to ask him the question regarding the movement of some tank and whatever, and he actually went away. He got on his hotline to Mr. Butterfield and got the answer for me. So yeah, that's it. That's one way of finding out. Just call him up in the hotline. So that, I'm sure that'll come up. I'll get that question out when it comes to time. It's about moving tanks about and where they should. There's some sort of priority that looks unsure. So a tank unit will move to a Japanese occupied position only if the unit in that position can trace Japanese communication. If the tank moves to a Japanese occupied position, the 2 units swap positions, place the other unit and its depth marker in the position from which the tank unit advanced. So there's quite a bit to that. But it does say there, it'll fire if any US units are in the tank unit's field of fire. Well, we are in his field of fire. Even though he's not hitting us, he's going to fire. He's just going to miss because we've got lucky with the symbol. Now, if we weren't, he would maybe be moving and switching positions with us. But you can see he's always going to have, he can fire into this hex as well, because that's extended. That's a green steady, so he moves 1 hex further out. That's where he can fire to. So pretty sure I've got that right. So now we can go back to where we were, and I forgot about the tank. So is there anything disrupted that should be undisrupted? Well, we've not only got Grant. This what colour's this? This blue. Damn. I was hoping this would stay down because I forgot that although I was talking about what am I going to do with this because it's got flanking on it and we don't know what the depth marker is, blah blah blah, and it's a 2 strength. It's getting doubled up, so it's actually 4 strength. But it wouldn't be that awful an idea to move in and close combat that while it is disrupted. However, it's now not disrupted anymore because it was blue and we had blue on the fire card, so it's now not disrupted. So we might have to play the waiting game there, attack with that again to disrupt it, hope we don't get blue the next time, and then try and maybe close combat it. Because we're not actually this guy moving up to here could get in a flanking position for sure. So yeah, I think we still want to try and disrupt that, move that guy into there, and then we're sitting sweet and we've got that guy disrupted as well, and it's only blue that's firing into there. Oh, well actually this is blue as well, remember, Grant. So that blue would still fire if he was sitting in there and that was disrupted. Right, anyway, come on Grant, move on. 38 minutes, right, that's not as bad as I thought. Right, this is brown, so that's another tank coming to life. And this one was purple, so he's staying down because we did not have purple. Okay, right, I'm going to flip these units round, and that was just to say that they had taken hits. The ones in the water as well. Don't think I've done that, guys. Should have done, but right, that's all fine. Okay, so that is Japanese fire phase. I don't know, it still was kind of rough there, and the disruption obviously causes you more, the couple of units in the water. You're going to get hit. You're not going to avoid hits. Like I said, what I was trying to say in my introduction to the game was that, and to be honest, all of these DD games, is that I don't think it came across in the right way, is that they're that hard that you could play with the deck face up and look at the top card and say, no, I don't want that one, I don't want that one, I don't want that one. And I think you'd still struggle to win this game. I would anyway, but there's maybe some of you that would be able to work that one out, that puzzle out, and cruise through it. But Not for me. There's always something bad. I don't think you could. Even picking your card every turn, I think it'd be hard work. Anyway, so okay, so that was the Japanese fire phase. We're going to go into the second event, which is not one until turn 10. Same with the engineer phase. So we're on to the US action phase, where we can do our stuff. We've got 3 US actions. And you can see quite a lot of these actions are going to be free, undisrupt actions, but that's how it's going to go. Right, give me a sec. I need to pause for a bit. Be back shortly though. Right, so 3 US actions. We have 1 hero as well though, so that's a freebie. So already said it would be nice to get this guy moved into position. Yeah, see, I can't put him there. Not to gain the flank anyway. Well, not until we get something in there, but then it's in blue. I'm probably as well taking my chances of moving it into there, I think. But before we do that, we want to fire. Well, again, it doesn't really matter because I've already said this position is going to fire into this hex anyway. Okay, let's resolve our disruption first. So these were both disrupted. These were in close combat. So that's them had their action, and then there's a bit more of that here. These were, they were disrupted due to close combat, however the unit underneath also got disrupted in the Japanese fire phase. So that doesn't add anything to that. No, I'm fine with that. And this guy got hit in the Japanese fire phase as well. And then, these were these both close combat? This one was. I'm not sure the other one was. What was the other one disrupted for? Yeah, he came in and landed in close combat, didn't he? He done really well though, didn't he? He came in as a 2-stepper and took the guy out. That was a good result. Yeah, so he's not disrupted anymore. So okay, so you can see we've got this guy we can do something with. The guys in the water you can't. I was thinking about that. I'm pretty sure you can't move them. You can't give them an action. I think they can only move. They can only wade ashore, basically. Yeah, don't go looking for that, Grant. You can't. So we've got, like I said, that heavy infantry along there. This guy here, and this guy here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically I've got 4 units I could move, and I've only got 3 actions. Remember, that's going to be a freebie, but so I don't know. Looking at that. Is it worthwhile trying to attack that guy? He's only in palm tree terrain, so he's not going to get any pluses to that, is he? No. So in actual fact, we'd be firing with a 5. He has a coastal position, yes. So wondering that might not be a terrible attack, maybe. Don't know, some of you that know the game better than me are maybe saying yes, it might also be a terrible attack, Grant. I mean, we've not fully loaded on the weapons. This guy's kind of sitting in the middle of nowhere. Well, if we'd done something to that, I would remove the threat of the green for him. Still getting threat from purple. I mean, the other thing you could do is move this guy along so he's only in the green. Maybe after we attack that, if we get a result on that, maybe. But then that's 1 action, 2 actions, and then looks really like I want to do something with this guy. You'd think you probably want to have a pop at that. He's in a building. But we've got 8 strength, you know? Full weapons and flamethrower. And I don't feel keen on yeah, I know I'm going to get 4 cards, you know, for close combat against that guy, but I feel like the odds are slightly better, because even if he turns up to be a 2, and if he turns up to be a 3, then we're going to probably get ourselves disrupted. Yeah, what was I looking at? Building, yeah. So unit strength, double depth would be not, but it's not got depth. But if the attack goes wrong, one of the options is that they can build depth. You know, they can gain depth. If the unit's alone, and I don't find the weapons, and my attack strength is greater but not double, then he's going to gain depth. If I attack without the weapons and my attack strength is less or equal to him, which I would find hard to believe, well, he would have to be a 4, wouldn't he? Doubled up to an 8. Then we would be disrupted and he would gain depth. So if my attack strength is greater but not double, and I don't have the weapons. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. If he turns out to be a 3, then he's 6 and I've got 8. Then he would gain a depth marker. We wouldn't be disrupted though. But he would gain depth. But at least then we'd have a look at him. I think I probably want to do that one. Yeah, that was me saying I didn't have too many units to do anything with. Now I actually want 4 actions on top of the hero one. Okay, yeah, you can't muck about. You can't sit about with things like this. This is one of your strongest units. Well, the strongest. I think it's the strongest units you get. So I don't think I should be messing about. So when I'm sitting, I'm doing nothing. So I'm going to fire on this red position. It's going to attack this. We do have all the weapons. We've got 8 strength. So let us let's have a look at the procedure again. I don't think I'm missing anything, but oh, I just realised, just looking through some stuff here, I'm saying Major Ryan, he's placed during the game setup instead of appearing randomly. He grants free actions to every unit in his hex. The action may be the same or different. Well, mind you, he's stacked with. Well, no, you can have 2 units in a hex, but he's stacked with 4 steps, and then you're risking the concentrated fire situation. But I mean, that is different from a normal hero, isn't it? He's not assigned to 1 unit, but must always be with a US unit. And then if flipped to inspired, assign it to 1 unit in the hex. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's different from normal heroes, isn't it? Unless they've changed things up here. I think that any other heroes that come along, I'll need to find a bit about heroes now, as I was looking for something else there too. Yeah, place the hero on US unit your choice. The hero is considered part of the unit to which you assign him and may not be transferred to another unit and may not be alone in a hex. Yeah, a unit with a hero may perform an action for free. The free action is awarded only to the individual unit, not all units in the hex. And the exception is 10.17, which my guess is Major Ryan. Yeah, it is. So he's actually different. I didn't click to that. Yeah, so he grants free actions to every unit in his hex, and he can move. He can move and transfer. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. Hang on. I'll go back to what I was looking for. I think. Yeah, I just wanted to double check. I was pretty sure this was the case. Probably daft to think otherwise. Attack. An attack must include at least 1 infantry or engineer unit adjacent to the Japanese occupied hex. Other units may participate from adjacent hexes if capable of range fire from if capable of range fire from non-adjacent hexes. Yeah. So, you know, I couldn't fire on this guy. I couldn't attack this guy if I was sitting there unless this was attacking it as well, you know. Okay, right, are we doing this? Yeah, let's do it, right. So I'm attacking that position. So we need to reveal this, see what it is. Oh, man. Right. Well, we already seen a 3 already, so you must have known they were there. Did we not already get one? Yeah, it's in the eliminated units box up there, didn't it? And was all happy because I had close combated it. Well, I wish you were. I bet you wish you had close combated that now. See that? There you go. Yeah. I mean, if I knew what that was, I would have went in close combat rather than try to attack it. Okay, so it's got flanking, it's got flamethrower. We do not have the ability to flank it, so we're not flanking it. So we're not got all the weapons. And I mean, when it says weapons, that's a sort of tactic flanking, but it just counts the same. So he is in a buildings cover, so his strength is 6. We're attacking with 8 against his 6. So that means we don't have the weapons. It means our attack strength is 8 to his 6. Our attack strength is greater than his, but it is not doubled. The unit is alone, so he's going to gain depth. So that's, well, whether it's a blunder or not, that I don't know, but that's now making things much worse. Yeah, that wasn't good. We didn't want that. Yeah. I maybe should have studied the Japanese units before I shuffled them up more. That's an inland one though, isn't it? Yeah. So that is inland, so maybe should have thought more of that then. Right, okay, so he's going to gain an inland depth marker then. Right. So, yeah, we're just going to place a depth marker on. I'm going to stay for that side. I think they've got, that's higher than another. And that'll be unrevealed. And that's that. We're not getting disrupted through it, but place it unrevealed beneath the Japanese unit. Yeah. Okay, so that didn't work very well. So moving along here now, because nothing else is really. I just have to shift myself along a bit to get at this edge of the table. Right, well, I think I'm going to use my actions on that and maybe. Well, hang on, is this inland? No, this is coastal. So, but then we've only got a Browning, bazooka, and demolitions. Bringing that to the party. However, he's not getting double. He's not getting any benefit. So even if he was a 2, we'd be doubling him. I mean, okay, if he's a 3. If he's a 3, he's a 3. There can't be many of them that are the coastal ones, though. I think the coastal ones are all meant to be a bit weaker. We just got unlucky. Well, I say unlucky. That's when we close combat that guy, and that worked in our favour. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use Major Ryan again, and we're going to attack this again. I think. And it's just to disrupt it. So we're attacking it. We're using Major Ryan's extra strength point. So we've got 8 against. Oh, hang on, Grant. Hang on. Let's not reveal the depth marker this time. I think it will. So is that getting? Oh, it's getting doubled because we're attacking across the seawall. That's it. But it's only doubled to the unit, not the depth. Yeah. So we'd have 8 against his 4. We wouldn't have the weapons though. No, if you've not got the weapons, you're not going to reveal the depth marker, are you? You need to have the weapons. So we attack strength at least doubled. Unit and unrevealed depth marker. Yeah, it's going to be disrupted. Yeah, he had that depth marker from the start anyway, didn't he? Yeah, so it's just to disrupt him. So I'm going to do that. We're going to take that action, attack that guy, and he's disrupted again. And then I'm going to use, maybe I'll do this attack first, just in case something happens to that and I feel that the other action I could maybe move that guy across. But let's do this one first. So our second action is going to be carrying out an attack on this. Bit of a gamble, this one, I think. So let's see what we get. Right, come on, bit luckier this time. So we've got a strength of 5. Oh, that is a 2. We've got the bazooka, but we've not got the mortar, have we? See, now there you go. Look, this guy's got a mortar. So that was wise to just maybe move that first. So, yeah, we've got a strength of 5 against his 2. We don't have the weapons though. We've only got the bazooka. We don't have the mortar. So no weapons, but we're doubling him. So he's on his own. So he's disrupted. Yeah, it's tempting, isn't it? It's now tempting to bring that guy along. Which not only am I bringing him, well, not only am I bringing him adjacent to be able to attack with the mortar next turn. In fact, no, it's bazooka as well. I need to attack with both of them, wouldn't I? But not only am I doing that, I'm also moving him out of the purple fire there, which is that double? That's just a single position, isn't it? It doesn't matter anyway. So, you know, so that's tempting, but I kind of want to get this guy moved, and I've only got one action left. Well, before this guy got here, I had thought that if I get that guy disrupted, I'm going to go in and close combat him. Even though he's got a depth marker. What was his strength? It's only 2. So there's a chance he's not going to have... Well, I mean, the depth could be 2. But there's still a chance I get a depth of 1 and he doesn't get the extra card draw for that. He's not got close combat on his shit. Okay, that could be on the depth as well. But he's disrupted, so it means we're getting the first shot at him. And he's might only just be getting 2 cards. We get the first shot at him, remove a card, then he only gets 1 shot at us. And we've got another 4 cards after that because we've got a hero. If he hits us, we've only got another 3 cards after that. But I'm only going to do it while he's disrupted. So I could take the chance and not move that and do this first. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use my last action to move that guy from there to there. Now, hang on. That's not an infiltration move, is it? No, I think you're starting to think back. One of the movement under fire, isn't it? That's the ones they brought into Iwo Jima and Saipan. Well, the last game, D-Day game I had was an attempt at D-Day at Saipan, and unfortunately, yeah, didn't really get the proper help from the designer in the end. He was willing to help at first and then asked about the questions we were asking, wanted to compile a whole set of questions, and Martin put a big list of questions together and he just never ever replied, which was a shame. And again, it does look like it's a good game, but it just needs some help and needs straightened out with the rules, and I'm sure Iwo Jima would be the same. Whether it try to take on a bit too much more or whatever. And the designer's the guy that does all the maps, isn't it? Joe Youst. He's the map designer for this map. He designed this map. But he just took over when Mr. Butterfield had enough, and just, yeah, it's a shame. It's just rules issues, and it could be straightened out. It's the sort of thing that's what they're doing, well, in some ways. It's a wee bit different, I think, to be honest. What they're doing with Fields of Fire at the moment, you know, they're redoing it all, redoing the rule book, because it was a hard game to get your head round with the rules, and both D-Day at Iwo Jima and Saipan suffer from, no, maybe not the same. It's not the same. It's a bit different, the issues that are in the rules in that game. But anyway, we'll not go deeply into that. Yeah, and I guess that's what made me think there, because I'm moving from that as a steady green to a steady green, but in this game I'm pretty sure I would need to be adjacent to the unit. You know what? He's disrupted as well, Grant. So forget about it. But I'm pretty sure moving from there to there is not any issue. I would have to move adjacent to him from one hex to the other. And then it'd be an infiltration fire. They don't have the movement under fire, but in this. So let's not bother about that, because that's you up to an hour. Okay, so that's all my actions. The hero's carried its action. Unfortunately, this guy's just going to have to wait, so that's that. Right, I will straighten these guys up, and I've removed the action markers, and then we move the phase. Right, end of turn. So we would discard the cards. We didn't have any close combat that turn, so discard the cards, and you can see that the deck's still, well, maybe you can't see it on the camera that well, but the deck's still got plenty of cards in it. We don't need to reshuffle. We're going to move back to the landing card. Landing check. Yeah, US amphibious operations. That was a counter move there again. I'm not bumping it the map or anything, I don't know. Right, okay, that's end of turn 2. We move on to turn 3 now. We've only got the 2 headquarters to land, but they will help in moving things about. To be honest, we could probably do one over there, but I think that's because 2 units pivoted, didn't they, and went that way. And then some of the other stuff we lost in this area, but well, we've got what we've got. This guy will actually reach land next turn, which is kind of good actually. Although that's intense green he'll be sitting in, won't it? Yeah, so he might not get a chance to shoot. But we'll see. Right, okay, I'll copy this across, and I might just copy it across and come back for another little bit. I'll still have a little bit more time, I think. Maybe not for a full part, but to get something started, because, yeah. Okay, I'll be back later. Cheers.